All right, welcome. So tonight is Friday night, so we're probably going to have a little bit of a different audience than we normally do. Tonight's one of our later nights, so I don't expect to have a lot of the same people in that come in on our regular Zooms. However, if you're just getting in here, please share this out to your families out there. Let everybody on your teams get in here and let's get this party started. We're going to do a little open discussion. Hello, Andre. Hello, Christy. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome.
What up, what up, what up?
Let me.
Hello.
I know we had Sarah in here just a few minutes ago. I want to try to invite her back.
Hello.
Hello. You can hear us okay?
Yep.
Okay, good. So today was Friday, last day of the new. Did you guys get any of your shopping done today? Were you able to take advantage of some of that new hot nut stuff out there? I know Sarah got quite a few pieces.
I couldn't because I was.
Gotcha. Have you been? How you been doing on your sales?
Oops, I've been doing pretty good for the people that are coming over and buying anyway. But I still have quite a few boxes I'm waiting for. But I've still been ordering quite a bit.
That's good. That's good. So right now you're feeling pretty comfortable in everything you're doing. Yeah. Are you having any particular struggles with anything in particular that we can maybe help you out with?
Sorry, I'm of when I'm going to like I gotta pick different times to try out for my lives because I know it's usually like I do really, really good at night or I don't. And then sometimes I do it during the day, depending on the time, and sometimes I don't. But I need to get more people.
Well, do you go consistently on those times? Like when you go at night or you go in the morning, is it one or the other, or you flip back and forth like a fish or?
I haven't been consistent. I used to be just at night when I very first started, but I haven't been consistent. But my daughter's getting out of school soon, so on next Tuesday. So I'll be able to do more, and my goal is to do more than one live a day.
Well, then what I would suggest to you at this point is if you want to develop that consistency, but at the same time find out when your customers are going to be best available. What I would do is when you know that, like, if you know that tomorrow you will go live and you're going to go live, you just don't know exactly when. Why don't you post a poll on your page that says what time would be best for you to discover my amazing bling, something of that nature. Make it fun, and then offer whatever times that you think that you'll be available and see which one gets the most votes.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea to me.
It's also a great way to build up those algorithms before you get started.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's another key is making sure that if you're not going live, you're at least working your algorithms and you're working your pages. And I cannot state this enough. I'm as a leader, I'm going to tell you right now that one of the biggest pet peeves that I have right now is the fact that when you're not doing anything as far as going live, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just talking about in general, like it seems like the status quo is that if you're not going live, you're also not doing anything else. And that's the part that kills me. Okay, so if for some reason if you can't go live, but you're not doing any wall drops or you're not doing any pre-sales or you're not doing any algorithms, you're not working storyboards, you're not posting interaction posts and stuff like that, And like I said, I'm not talking to you in specific. I'm just saying in general, this seems to happen a lot.
Hey, I've been guilty of it myself.
Okay, well, and see, and at least you know that. So the biggest thing we got to do though is make that change, right? You all know Michael Jackson made that change, and man in the mirror, you got to look at yourself and make that change, and you got to work those algorithms. Even see, because here's the thing that, and I say, I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna say it again, and guarantee I'm gonna say it a million times over. It's like you pushing a car by yourself. You have to get, you have to start working those Facebook algorithms for that car to start moving, right? And so you got to get in there and you really got to start doing the work, and you got to dig your shoulders in, and you got to plant your feet, you got to push hard, and you got to push hard and hard and hard, so that you could start getting those first couple of customers, so that then you could start getting those first couple of interactions, so then you could start seeing your wall change, and then it starts to move in fluidness, right? It starts to get real nice and smooth for you. And that way, all you got to do is continue to push. You don't have to necessarily grind all of your efforts into it. You can just start easing up on it a little bit, and the momentum of your work will continue to make that movement happen, right? And then all you got to do is maintain it. Then you just got to keep pushing behind it. You could push that car probably 10 miles if you needed to. If it was a flat surface, you can push that car as far as you can walk. Because once that car starts moving, it ain't nothing but to put your hand out and just lean up against it and go, right? But
yes, consistency is a good thing.
right. And so I don't care whether or not, anybody, if somebody's not going live because they had something that stopped them, you know what? That's going to take a big chunk out of that, right? Now you've just twisted your ankle a little bit, and now you got to push that car. But you could still push that car. You can still keep that car going. But if now you're not posting and you're not working your algorithms also, well, now you done broke your ankle, and now you're not pushing the car no more at all. So as soon as it stops, it's sitting there until you start pushing it again. And now you got to start pushing it again from where you started. So if everybody would think about that when they go to, it's the same part as dieting, right? If you know that you've dieted really well all week and you're just really going to screw it up over this one hamburger, or you've quit smoking for 20 days and you just got to have that one, right? It's the same type situation when it comes to our algorithms and building up that steam, building up that momentum and that drive. And does anybody have any comments to say on that at all? Like I said, we're just doing kind of an open discussion today. I don't have anything major that I want to do. We're doing the network marketing 101, talking about how to build your team and grow a team and become a network marketer, and use your entrepreneur services that way. But today we're going to go ahead and hold on that conversation, mostly because there's a big group of people for that. And I think tonight a lot of those people are unavailable to be here, so I don't want them to have to miss it. And the discussions are great in those, so we're going to keep that going at a different format. Samantha, how are you today? Sorry.
I am doing good. Sorry, hold on. I'm really excited. I took what you guys said yesterday with networking and went with a relationship I had already established with my chiropractor. And today I went in there and I've been seeing her for over 2 years or something now. Like every 2 weeks I see her. And I went in today and gave her a free piece of jewelry. And then she got so excited about it and talking about how she wants to have a party with me and showing it to all the girls in the office. And then give out your business cards, Samantha. And then it was, she talked about she's going to talk to somebody else and then get back with me about, like I said, having a party for like all the women that because she's the owner of that one, all the women that work for her. And then she even said something about possibly letting me set up a table with some of the jewelry on there in her little shop.
That's great. That's great. That's good stuff. Yeah, I bet you're excited about that. That's
I
networking.
was.
That's pure networking right there, and that's what we're talking about. So I'm glad to hear that story.
I was pretty excited when I went in, and I kept thinking about what you guys had said yesterday about getting to know the person. And like I said, I've known her for quite a while. Like even my kids see her and all that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go in and I started looking through the inventory I had, and I was like, okay, I don't really see her wearing any flashy colors or this or that. And I'm like, okay, she usually wears neutral stuff, so I'll bring her something neutral. And she was like, oh my gosh, I love this piece. It is awesome. And do you have a catalog? Yeah. And I'm like, no.
And that's what's great is you paid that extra special detail, and you know a little bit about her enough to be able to choose a color that you think she'd like. That's good stuff. I'm glad to hear it.
I'm super excited.
Yeah. And so how's your sales going so far and time you've been doing paparazzi? You feel pretty comfortable so far?
I think I just have to get used to, I had another suggestion from a friend of mine that I need to just be myself, because apparently I wasn't being myself, and it's not getting me anywhere. Where when I presented this and gave this piece to my chiropractor, I was just me. I was just, hey, cool, here you go. And so that just kind of proved to me that I need to work on being myself more than,
well, that is definitely one of the things. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that we do talk about in here is, being genuine, being yourself, and you're selling yourself more than you're selling the jewelry, because if like I tell everybody, like your goal here is to be an influencer. And you want to be that YouTube influencer, that TikTok influencer, or that social media guru that knows how to market themselves, right? You want to put yourself out there, and the more you do that, the more people are going to follow you as a person. And as they're following you as a person, then they're going to pick up on the fact that you have that product. And because they're already you're one step ahead of the game when you have that mentality, because when they're already following you because they like you as an influencer or a social media person, a person that's putting your face out there, and they're liking you for you, then I guarantee you that those are the people that will support products that you entertain. And I'm not, and I don't even mean this for network marketing, but in that aspect of an influencer, why do you think that you have companies like, Nike and places like that look for these celebrity endorsements and social media ambassadors, right? They pay people to sponsor their products. And as a matter of fact, if you go to TikTok right now and you search up this group called Inky Boys, ENKY Boys, KBOYS, they do some crazy funny TikToks, and this one, the little boy in it has got to be like maybe 5 years old, and he is just like spot on when it comes to acting out the roles that they play in these, right? And because they do so much, I was watching, went into their actual their wall, so to speak, and I looked at all their different videos, and they have so many different videos there. And while I was scrolling through them, they had so many of them that were sponsored for like the Mexican food restaurant that's in town. They were doing a clip on that, and it was saying sponsored and come in and get 10% off, and then they were doing one for Bang Energy Drink, and they were doing one for somebody else, but some like tow truck company or something like that, but they were doing these sponsorships, right? And so when you're an influencer like that, when you're a social network marketer and you're marketing yourself and you're putting yourself out there, and say you have something about you that people enjoy the most, that you're doing a lot of, whether it's gardening or cooking, or like Andre's a chef, right? So if Andre were to put up his camera and cook while he went and did what he did, and like just talked while he was cooking, he would end up getting people watching him because he cooked. And then when they found out, oh, you sell jewelry too? Well, shoot, I liked your recipes. If you like that jewelry, I'm probably going to like it too. Hook me up with that too, right? It doesn't necessarily matter what product Andre's carrying, because Andre would be working up his social networking influencer attitude and branding himself. And people are going to trust what Andre says because they already trust him enough to follow him. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So when we talk about doing all of these things for sales and for network marketing and direct sales, and then consistency and time management and time blocking and algorithms, like, guys, everything rolls up into this nice juicy meatball, right? Just full of all these awesome, amazing ingredients and spices. And everything that you're putting into it is just going to make that meatball that much better, right? But when you start leaving those pieces out, then that's when it starts to become mediocre.
You just had to say meatballs, huh? You just had to.
Hey, we was just talking about you cooking, bro. I had to kind of throw that up there.
Absolutely.
Hey,
but you're absolutely right.
You know all the spices in your chicken dredge.
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
Yeah, it takes all of those spices though to get that flavor.
They're
And
all
so
important. They're all important.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you're doing all of these extra things.
And it's a balance too. It's also a balance. So you don't want to go too heavy on one and then go too light on another. You want to evenly distribute, just like when you're selling jewelry. You want to go live. You want to do wall drops. You want to do messenger parties. You want to sell all the different ways, because you never know how that client that's going to buy that day, how they're going to want to buy. You know what I mean? Because they like to buy different ways too. Some people only buy live. Some people only buy wall drops. They don't have time to sit there through a whole live. It just depends. So if you hit them all the different ways, you do it in your stories, everything, like you do all the different ways, you'll get better results that way.
Heck yeah, you're going to get all those different customers that like all those different ways.
Absolutely.
So that, I think that's important though, as far as me as a trainer, like as one of my biggest pet peeves. I'm kind of curious what you guys have as pet peeves too. Like when we're doing this kind of business, what is it that you see other people do that just totally irks you when you see it? And we don't need to call out names or nothing like that, but let's be real about the fact that there are some things that people either do live or do that may be considered unprofessional or just kind of like turns you off. Anybody have an example?
In my experience, when you go live and someone says, hey, do you have any chokers or ear crawlers? And then there's a consultant watching, it's like, oh, I do.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And if that ever happens to you, I hope you definitely get with that consultant on the side.
Yes.
Yeah, because that should definitely not. That's like that's a, what's the word I'm looking for?
No.
Yeah, that's a big time no. But like it's totally unacceptable
Coaching?
either. Yeah, I would say it's a matter of poaching. It's poaching without the you're not necessarily trying to poach their people, but it's inadvertently poaching.
Right.
Another one that I have a problem with, and I'm talking about, I see sometimes, like, because I watch lives from not only paparazzi but other companies as well, and other stuff, just usually only for a couple minutes. I look to see if I'm interested in anything that person's doing or saying, or what I don't like about what that person's doing, right? And so I'll usually scroll for a minute or two. And what bothers me most is when somebody doesn't put themselves out there professionally. You know what I mean? Like, they don't pay attention to their backgrounds, or, their kids running around with dirty diapers, and, I've literally seen ladies that get on there without their teeth in and no makeup done and no bra, and like just going to town flapping their gums about this beautiful jewelry that I couldn't even the beauty is gone, lady. The
No
beauty,
teeth?
you just suck the beauty right out of the room.
You said no teeth, brother?
Yeah, like I'm saying, like, no teeth, brother.
Oh,
And I'm talking
I
about
don't
like that
always
no
go
teeth
live with
for like
makeup
30
on.
years, no teeth, where like the lips suck to the gum, Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, that's not very nice. Some of us don't have teeth like me.
Well, hey, but you wear it well. I mean, if I wouldn't have never known, I never would have known, because the way you present yourself.
I don't always
See,
wear
and that's
makeup
what
when I
I'm
go
saying.
live either. But I feel like
Some
some of that too is like a real life, like this is a real life thing. Like I'm not always gonna be on my on point, you know what I mean? So yeah, my kid cries a little. It's not screaming, like there's definitely a boundary, like there's definitely a line. But
right.
like I've gone live with Eddie on my lap. I've gone live like in a a t-shirt and no makeup, like, but I think a lot of that is that transparency too. But there's
Yeah,
definitely
but
boundaries.
you've already built a viewing audience too that know you as you. You know what I'm saying? They've known
Yeah.
you too, and maybe that's what this lady's done too. She could have had a lot of people buying into her jewelry, and I just don't know. But it didn't seem like she took any effort to me. So as a new customer, somebody that just like ran across her live, that wouldn't have been a very good big selling point to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got someone. Michelle's trying to get in the room. But that's that's a tough situation too for some, because like for me, for instance, right? Like when I go on camera, I've got bad teeth too because of the medications that I've been taking. I personally don't really worry about that too much because I know that I'm going to be making money here in a minute that's going to take care of my grill. you know, so like I'm not even worried. It's one of those things that like I'm just going on as myself. Let's see. Sarah, what are you doing?
I'm letting my poochies out.
Oh, okay. It looked like you were like
Wherever they're at, they're there. Well, you don't want to look now because there they are.
How have
I
you
just
been?
got home, so I had to let them out to go potty.
Gotcha. How have you been? I haven't seen much of you the last few days.
I know, because I've been freaking busy.
Yeah, how's that going?
Well, as you can tell, I'm officially off work at 7:30 at night, and normally I work at 11, or work until 11. So I just called
Right.
it a day and said I was done.
You're just through with it for today, huh?
Oh, big time.
So anything
I had to
business
be
related that you want to
like a mid person today.
Yeah, there you go. Is there anything business related that you're going through right now? Something you want to talk about? Anything special?
No, not really.
Not really. How's your team doing right now? You got a lot of your girls active?
Three, four, four.
Nice.
Danielle was
Nice.
active like right off the bat. Sheila, Christy, I think is active.
I think she is too. I think I'll have to look too, but
Yeah, we've been so wrapped up in this new house of ours that we're just,
will you be in it before the 1st?
yes.
That's good. So you'll be able to start the new year ready to like pound it out.
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome.
So I just left the house right when the Zoom call was taking place. And I think what was happening is me trying to connect on my Bluetooth on my car, and then also connecting on the Alexa devices in the house. And it was just, I couldn't get into the Zoom call for some reason. But no, Riley's room's officially done and ready, or done with paint. Ours is done with paint. We have the paparazzi room that we just got to finish the walls on. Living room's going to get full paint, and we're picking up all the flooring tomorrow. So we'll start flooring tomorrow, but it's just paint and flooring that we have left on the house.
See, but that's what's kind of exciting though, is that we all know, and you all can't lie to me here, we all know what a pain in the neck it is to go through and reorganize and decide where you want to put this and put that. So you at least, like, I bet every one of us wishes that we could just like start over. You get to like start over from scratch though, so you got that extra advantage.
That is the one thing I am not looking forward to, because, well, don't get me wrong, for like 6 months of my life, pretty much all my jewelry are still sitting in baggies. So, at least, I'll be like, okay, I've got 5 of this piece of jewelry. I got 5 of this piece of jewelry. And I've got like an idea of how I'm going to design the paparazzi room and, doing things. So it's gonna be fun to, yes, start over, but I'm one of those OCD, gotta have all the necklaces lined up, all the, the rings and color code and, this and that. So I'll be ready we'll be in the house before the 1st of the year, the 1st of July. But it's going to take me months to figure out, okay, this is going to look perfect.
And so for those of you that don't know, Sarah Michelle Triceratops, she's had one heck of a year. And before this all this year's been so rough on her, she had a really nice bling room set up. She had her walls were all done real nice. She used picture frames and like just had a really, really, really nice setup. And so I'm anxious to see what she does with this next setup. I'm really anxious to see.
I've got some secrets, but I'm still liking the picture frame idea. So those are still in storage, but we're going to be, instead of on a long wall, it's going to be like a corner. So one wall. So I'll have the 2 pegboards will come together in the corners, and then they'll be behind me. And then I'll have like some, busts up there, because I'm going to do like the cubbies underneath that will have overflow jewelry. Like I'll put the necklace up top, and then I'll label the jewelry in bin 1 or bin 2. So I know exactly that I have, 5 necklaces or,
Good luck with all that. However you're going to inventory it, you do you, boo.
Hey, I sat there at work the other day and I watched, I know you probably saw it, but it was, I can't think of Robin Frank's daughter.
Brittany, yes.
She did a
that's a good video.
Inventory live with how she made her boards. And so I'm contemplating the idea of maybe doing the flip-flop boards and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's a lot of what me and Sarah's done. And,
Yeah.
you know, Sarah's used a lot of her ideas and tweaked her own stuff in it.
yeah. And I think
Yeah,
that's
that's a great video. For those of you that don't know what she's talking about, there's Brittany Frank. The video is in the training library. But she talks about how she does her inventory and how she organizes. And that might be a good video for you guys to take a look at if you've ever wanted to get involved in reorganizing your inventory.
and I will tell you guys, we get bombarded with, oh, watch this, watch that, watch this, watch that. And we have to be, you know, don't get me wrong, I am not the best to pass on to my team, but for some reason this video caught my attention while I was at work the other night. Oh my gosh. She lists out where she purchased everything, how much things cost, even down to like the door stoppers that she puts on there, the angle brackets, the Velcro, you know, everything. And I'm one of those people that just show me the link, tell me where to buy, and show me how to make it, and I'll do it. But I just hate shopping for the right item. And she had everything listed. So I'm excited. I've got some definitely really killer ideas for this new house. So I'm excited. We're hoping, I'm hoping that we have enough paint on the walls that we can lay flooring, that I can bring at least our furniture, like our living room furniture in there. But we'll see. I'm excited.
Well, good deal.
We should hopefully, if everything works out, we should be able to move in next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Well, I'm sure you're excited about it. Good luck.
Yeah, I, you know, am needing some distance from a 11-year-old, because living in a fifth wheel trailer and her being 12 feet from your bed, you can't do a whole lot. So.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick your arm reaches 13 feet, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Rebecca, how you doing today?
Sorry, I had to get back in there and unmute myself.
No worries, I'll give you a second.
I finally got my VIP group started.
Good job.
I'm not sure how to go about managing it, so I've never had one before for jewelry business. And then
now, don't you are you and June been talking to each other, right?
I haven't messaged her yet. I've been slammed with stuff, and then I got some bad news yesterday, so I've been on the phone a lot with family. So
oh no. Okay,
yeah,
well,
I
she
told
might
Sarah
be able to
about
help
it.
you out with that one too.
Yeah, I told Sarah about it. She knows what's going on. So,
okay.
Well,
I'm sorry.
But yeah. Anyway, so I missed the meeting yesterday because I was watching a free training from Ashley Mayfield. I don't know if you've heard of her. Marissa did a thing on her one time a while back. That's how I found out about her. But she was doing a free training yesterday, and it was so powerful. I'm so glad I watched her, because it just, a lot of the things she was talking about like applied to me with the stupid mentality, because I really have a stupid mentality that I put over my head, because I don't find myself very bright and very smart, through years of torment from school kids and adults and stuff throughout the years. So I just watching this training though, and having her describe things about what people do was just so me. And it just
was that something that was shared in the Blingers?
Huh?
And that was something that you found that Marissa had shared in the Elite Blingers?
No, she had shared something else a long time ago. I ended up putting Ashley Mayfield on my Instagram. That's how I found out about the training that was coming up. So yeah, because I she had posted a video of my, like over probably about a year ago or something about with Ashley Mayfield about something that was inspirational that she had seen. And so I added her to my Instagram group, and I was actually going to delete her because her voice just is annoying to me.
Oh,
And
no.
so
Oh, no.
she's like so powerful with her voice and stuff. And it's like, I was like,
I think
I
I know.
almost deleted. Huh?
I think I follow. I think I've seen her that video that you're talking about as well. Could you do me a favor and send me the link to that video that you watched yesterday? I'd like to watch it.
Well, she's actually charging for it for the replay because it was
Oh,
free for the first time. But I can send you some of my notes that I wrote down if you
yeah.
want me
If you'd like
to.
to, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't mind checking it out. I watch a
Yeah,
lot of. I like that's what I do when I'm not doing anything else. Is like I'm listening to training videos and watching motivational videos.
right.
So
Well, and I've always been about motivation. Like I've always read motivation books. I'm always trying to catch the latest motivation to help me, looking for something that's really going to help me get out of this black hole that I feel like I'm in,
I gotcha.
to
Yeah. Well, and
busting
hopefully.
through to the real me kind of thing.
Right. Well, I'm glad that there's a big group of us here that are here for you, so that you never feel alone in this business.
Right.
One
But
thing
it
that I
was,
wanted to mention to you too, though, is that I know there was a United Fashionista video that was posted on Elite Blingers. This is for all of you if you haven't watched it already. Her name is Yvette Andurian. She's an elite leader, and she was giving recruiting tips, 10 different recruiting tips. And that's a lot of what we've been talking about lately with the network marketing and stuff like that. So if you haven't watched that one, it might be a good one for you to go back and watch.
okay.
I watched earlier today. She does have some really nice tips in there.
Awesome. Yeah, I get a lot of tips from everyone. It's just applying it is another thing. You can
Yeah,
watch motivation after motivation, but if you don't apply it, then it's not really going to work.
exactly.
And, I
Implementation
tell
is key.
myself that over again. I get so excited and empowered. And then, like, the next day, it's like halfway it's disappeared. I'm like, where did that go? Where did all that
Right.
empowering go? So, but I wanted to also share really quick. So I worked at Walmart for almost 9 years. And so I know a lot of people, a lot of them transferred to different Walmarts. But so I was at the Sprague Walmart in where I live in Spokane. And I ran into somebody I used to work with, and you guys are always saying you never know who's watching your videos, whether they're commenting or not. And so I ran into an old coworker who's on my Facebook, and she's like, I watch your videos, I see you. And I was like, oh, well, do share my videos
Right.
when you're watching them. And she's like, okay, I will. But she never comments on my videos at all. She is one of those invisible watchers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're right. There's people watching that you don't know who's watching you. So I was like, wow. Either that's scary or that's exciting because they're watching me. So whether they're on there or not.
A quick story on that real quick. Me and Sarah, like we had this one lady that she was watching our lives and we didn't even know it. And she had made a comment once and we're like, oh, well, thank you so much. And we're so glad that you came in and stopped in on our live. And the lady was like, oh, I've been watching you guys for like 6 months, but I've just never said anything. We're like, oh, okay.
I just have a quick question. You said you worked at the Sprague Walmart?
No, I used to. I didn't work at the Sprague Walmart. I worked at the Colton Walmart. Why are you in Spokane?
No, I'm 2 hours from you.
Oh, where do you live?
I'm down in Tri-Cities.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. No, she just
down
transferred.
here.
She just transferred over to the Sprague Walmart, and I just happened to be shopping in there. I actually worked up north at the Walmart up north Spokane. So.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's cool that you're from Spokane.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on moving to Oregon eventually to be with my mom. So by the coast. That's my dream. So
Where in Oregon?
Lincoln City.
Ooh, beachy.
Yes. Yes. My
That's
dream is the Oregon coast. My mom's
so
not getting any younger and I want to spend some time with her.
a little backstory real quick is that's our goal is we're going to go to Westport Ocean Shores and buy
Oh,
a house over there and live
nice.
on the beach. We're just, as you can tell, we're in a fifth wheel right now. But we have a awesome opportunity to rent a house at $600 or $700 a month. And we got to pick paint colors, flooring, everything. And so we're going to rent for a while until the housing market decides to come down a little bit. And then we'll move to Westport Ocean Shores area.
Nice. Where's that at?
About an hour and a half from north of Long Beach.
Oh, okay. I think I remember where Long Beach is.
Well, I'm planning on moving to Utah. Not that you all care, but I'm just telling you, I'm planning on moving to Utah.
You want to be by the paparazzi.
Heck yeah, man! I want to go where it's heck yeah. Have you seen the skies and the land out there? It's beautiful out there.
It is
I'm
pretty.
so
Every time Marissa does her videos out there, oh my goodness.
It is pretty nice out here, no lie.
See, Andre says.
Hey, you can't beat the shipping costs right now if you live next to paparazzi because you
Right?
just
I
picked up your
know.
jewelry within like hours of placing a brand new order.
Or
well,
pick it
not
up.
only that, but I'm used to this California pay. You know what I mean? Like everything is so expensive out here that I know it's probably just as expensive out there in Utah, but with San Francisco and all that stuff spreading all the costs over into here, it's getting ridiculous now. Houses, 3-bedroom houses renting for $1,500, $1,600 a month. Stupid. Anyway.
Hey, that's everywhere right now, Chris.
Yeah,
How
maybe
about
so, but
how about $1,900 for a studio in Orange County, California?
yeah,
That's what they're going for right now.
no,
That's what
not
I was
me.
gonna say. Here in San Jose, I'm like, I wish I could find a 3-bedroom for $1,500. It's now $3,000 to $4,000 for a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, it's getting stupid out there. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. I want to go get where I want to get and like make my home. So let's see, who else do we have here? Andre, what's going on with you today, brother? You've been awfully quiet. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Just doing some work on the side right here while I'm listening to you guys.
Right on, right on. Okay, just wanted to check with you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Make sure everything's right. Let's see. How about you, Don? What's going on with you today?
Hey guys, crazy kids, crazy life. Right?
Yep.
I actually got an alert from YouTube that you guys were live, so I was actually just listening to you guys on YouTube. I'm like, all right, I'll hop in.
Oh, right on. Well, I'm glad you did. That's sweet. And that gives me a nice moment here to quickly plug the YouTube, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. You know, like, subscribe, comment, share.
That helps. Definitely subscribe
Awesome.
so you guys can get all the alerts.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure you get the bell notifications, and yeah, there you go. Appreciate it. I love it. Well, we've been doing a lot of talk about network marketing and direct sales, but mostly recently over this month that I've been trying to get a push through everybody for recruiting, because I want to see where we can end the year with how, because everybody's making their milestone markers, right? So I want everybody to make their milestone and know that, okay, at the end of this year, and I want you to take notes at the end of the year and say, like, At the end of the year, I only had 2 people signed up, or at the end of the year, my PV was this, at the end of the year was that, and that way, when we start next year and we start focusing on our goals and like breaking down what it's going to take to reach different achievements and ranks and so forth, where you left off this year and know how much difference it's going to make. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I know I want to do twice as much as I did this year to last year, so I know I have to do twice as much. So
right, like I know, for instance, this time last year, I know that we had 39 people signed up for our team. Actually, I take that back. We had 54 at this time, okay, last year, and now we have there's 140 on our team. So I know that that's where my gap is now, right? And now, so my goal is to, at the end of June, I want to look and see what my total number is, and that'll be that mark, you know what I mean? And then I want to see where I can take it to next year and make sure that I beat what I did this year. Does that make sense?
well, that's a good goal. Beat next year what we did this year and what you can do differently.
Yeah, and just
definitely
see
I
how
think
much faster it takes to get it too. Like if it took you this year to get bronze, then next year, how quick can you get it?
That's true. The quicker you get it, then the higher you can reach for. And the quicker you get it, the increase of your algorithm is going, and your reach is going, and you're reaching all those people. So.
Where are you, LOP?
I'm at silver.
Silver, see?
I love silver, but definitely gold is my goal next year. I just have some slumpy months this year, so.
But that's okay though. Where I'm going with that though is that you are obviously somebody though that's working for those achievements, right? You're not just like casually ordering here and there. You're trying to hit those goals,
Absolutely, and my customers know. They go, John, why have so much? You always have new jewelry. I'm like, because I order every day.
Right.
Then they're like, oh, this is new. And even my vintage jewelry. I had someone yesterday, and they're like, is this all new? I'm like, no, it's my vintage jewelry, and yes, I've showed it to you 100 times.
Right.
But
And
honestly, if you just put it in a box in the back and show it, every other month, they'll think it's new.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that's the funny part about this is there's jewelry that we're finding that like, you ever go through and you're pulling out all boxes and stuff, and then you find this jewelry that you haven't seen in years, or like when you first started, like it was in your starter kit kind of thing. It's so funny coming across those pieces. So where are you at as far as the team?
So my team, I am working on that again. Just kind of networking, getting to know people, talking to them. I actually have a hard time hitting director every month. So I do know I need to add more people to my team so I can move forward. I have some really awesome teammates that work their business, and I have some that just find excuses not to. So I just have to work with them,
Right.
and get them their motivation on this will work, but it's it's a business.
How many do you have on your team?
I have 7, but 6 personally sponsored.
Oh, that's great. Okay, cool deal. So maybe one thing that might help is if you can get them involved in these Zooms, maybe, some of this network marketing that we're talking about in growing teams would encourage them or teach them how to reach out and talk to other people about growing their teams.
Yes, I have some introverts that are kind of scared, but they still do it. They love the jewelry, so they're doing really great. And so I have shared the Zoom with them, and then so at least on the YouTube they can go back and listen to it, even if they haven't been able to come on live.
Well, so 7 people though, that's pretty successful. You're doing pretty good. There's, you're definitely got quite a few up there. So
I've been in paparazzi a year, and it did took a while in the beginning, but you just talk about it and show people.
And that's pretty much your big tip is just talk about it and show people.
Absolutely. And if they love the jewelry, just tell them that they can do it too, because some of them don't know that they can do it. And it is something that's achievable for everybody. And I even had a customer, like one of the ladies said that she just went to her chiropractor office. That's exactly it. You have to speak it. You can't be just quiet. You have to talk about it. You have to, I'm not wearing any jewelry right now, but you got to wear the jewelry. You got to give them an option. And if they say, oh, I like that, you got to tell them like, oh, I sell jewelry. Here's my business card,
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
You got to open your mouth.
So do you have a lot of people on your potential list right now?
I do. And I have people who want to join. And I have people that talk about it, and I have people that say they just love the jewelry, just want to buy it from me. Because I do throw that question out there too, like, would you want to join my team? Would you want to do what I'm doing? Give me reasons why you don't want to.
Well, and just to throw this out there, we have 2 people in this chat right now that came in here as guests and both signed up to paparazzi through these Zooms. So if you ever decide you want to bring somebody in here as a guest, they can see what we talk about and what we do, and they can kind of get familiar with the team. And then, we can kind of open them up to a little bit of discussion, and it's so far has been pretty successful.
Yes, more. That's a great idea. I do have 2. I've offered it to one girl, and I did ask, I think last time we were like, we talked about it, and I said, just like, I'm ready. Where are you at? What's holding you back, kind of thing. And that's the answer.
Right. So what is your number one no? What do people tell you as a reason why they don't?
They just like buying the jewelry.
They just like buying the jewelry?
Yep. That's pretty much that's the most recent one I hear. Because I just like buying it. So.
And that one's a good one though, because it's like it makes you feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That they just like to come in and buy the jewelry from you. And I know you come back with all the rebuttals, right? Like, yeah, but then you can sell it too and make money as well, right?
You're right. And I take a couple of questions, I come back like that, but you know what? They do. And they just love buying their jewelry, and I'm here for them. And, just keep doing that. And at some point, they might change their mind. I had someone that decided to join after a whole year. So.
Yeah. Do you approach them further than that though, as well? I mean, because honestly, those are the best customers. Those are usually the best ones to turn into a consultant, is because they buy so much jewelry. And then because you give them such a great deal and they save it, they still buy from you because they get their pieces that they can't get, from you.
Right. And then just branding yourself and being you, that's also the hardest part that I've been trying to work on myself for a whole year.
Right.
But they just say they love buying their jewelry, and so I'm there, we have fun, we have a party, and they're like, well, I really like this, and then you just keep saying, well, you could do this too. And I also tell them, or remind them, if you join my team, you're not hurting me, you're still here with me, still helping me. And
for sure, that's good stuff. So what's your biggest struggle right now?
Finding time.
That's everybody's issue, right? Is finding time.
I just have to work my time management with a 2- and 4-year-old, which is kind of, you never know what you're going to get.
So I know that it's often a struggle because of that situation, being a mom and spontaneous and stuff like that. But do you practice any of the daily habits, like daily mode of operations, or time blocking or scheduling? Do you have a set schedule at all?
I do have a time thing, like when I'm able to sit down. I like breakfast time when I'm feeding them. Then that's when I post my my Facebook. And then also make sure to do something at lunchtime. And then I try in the evening time. Sometimes it might not even be later until like 11 o'clock at night, but at least trying to keep posting something at least once, twice, or 3 times a day.
Good. And
that really helped, yeah.
Good deal. So you don't have a problem with viewers, right? I mean, you do pretty well in sales.
I do well. My VIP group works really, really well. And I like how the Facebook algorithm works in there because everybody sees it. And then I can share it to people too. And also, when you do games and you get people commenting in your VIP group, then you can see how many people actually see the posts and more people see them.
Good deal. Awesome. Appreciate it. And Rebecca was just saying that she just built her VIP group, but she doesn't really know what to do from it. What's your biggest advice to get her some algorithms and inviting people?
Yeah.
It is just posting something that is a question that is easy for someone to do. If they can answer A, B, C, D, that's even better. And then people love commenting pictures of, post a picture of something blue or something. And even if people are commenting, that increases your algorithm and then more people will see it. And then giving a little giveaway of people inviting, and then not only inviting, but accepting the invite. That's very important.
Okay. I didn't even think about the inviting giveaway thing. So
yeah, I gave away a necklace to reach 300. Girl, it took me months to reach 300, and I finally reached.
I think I have 9 now in my group, so I've got ways to go.
That's good.
Just started.
And hostess parties, have a hostess party, and then make sure that all the hostesses, join your VIP group and invite all their friends there.
That's my next question. How do you do a hostess party? I've never done one yet, and I've been afraid to ask people because I don't know how to do one.
It can get complicated, but my very first hostess party is I just went live and sold jewelry. So if you just want to start out easy, just try that. A lot of people, create events, create groups, make a party for a whole week, which is definitely could definitely do that. But if you
unlimited ways to do hostess parties, luckily. So I would suggest do a few trainings and do searches for hostess parties in the training groups, and look at some of the videos that are out there for hostess parties, and see which way you like, because there's so many different ways. See which way sounds like something that you'd like to try, and then give it a go that way.
Okay, because I've already posted a few pictures of jewelry now. And then I did a quote, but I wasn't sure. I seen Sarah's VIP group, and I know she posts the videos on there too, and pictures.
Right.
Right? The live videos on there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My VIP group is public. You're more than welcome to just come and look. You don't have to join it because it's public. You can just look exactly what I post everything to.
Okay, awesome. That'd be great.
And whatever I post that you see you want it, girl, just take it. And you're like, oh, really? I like that. Yeah.
Okay. What is your VIP group called?
And I really like.
I don't know. I changed it so many times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
helpful.
I've been a victim of that.
Does it show up on your profile page though, so I can just click on it?
Yes. Just go to my profile page.
Okay.
And Dawn, I totally liked a lot of the tips that you gave her, especially with the interactive posts. Something that I want to make sure that everybody thinks about with these interactive posts and algorithms, right? We talk about working algorithms, and we want the best from our posts that we do. So just something to think about. If you are a person that goes and takes the posts from the memes or copy and paste and stuff like that, I just want you to know that there's a certain thing called downgrading your posts. And that's one of the things that that lady was talking about today in her event, Undurian, the elite leader that was in the United Fashionistas video that I suggested that Marissa posted earlier today. Ooh, that was a lot to say. One of the things that she said, though, is downgrading your posts. And you can downgrade your posts by putting something out there that's been put out there so many times that it's beaten dead with it's just put out there so much that Facebook kind of limits it. So if you have an organic question, making up your own, those are always going to get you a lot further than if you take the ones that are like already pre-imaged or pre-made. And if you do those and you decide to do those to get some more girth back to it, is you can always add like an emoticon or a sticky or a picture, or alter the picture in some way that it removes kind of what was tainted on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You guys follow with me on that?
Yeah, the Facebook bot already knows that picture, so it already knows that what it is. So you're absolutely right. It's not going to show it more. And if you're just starting out new, you do want to make something your own. So you can make a pool. You can create a pool in your group as well. And definitely, you can steal the ideal, but try to twist it to make it your own. So Facebook doesn't know that it's like a Google image or something that's already been out there, because they already know it's Google image too.
Okay.
So it is going to decrease your algorithm. And do not post any closer than 90 minutes apart.
And I also want to just add here real quick too, that make sure one thing that's fun for a lot of people is they love to get involved and they love to talk about things that they like to share, that they know stuff, right? So asking them questions, like even if it's something that you already know or have your answer to, like if you were to post in your ladies group with your VIP group, like what do you feel is like a nice summary color for today? Should I do yellow or red? Or like you let them get involved in some of the choices that you make in your day. Women love that kind of stuff. Or like, even the ones that are like, man, I've got a pounding headache, what do you do to get rid of it? Man, I swear, you ask a question like that and you're going to get 200 people answering it, because they all want to be the one with the answer that solves your problem. Those kind of things are really good for algorithms, not only on your wall, but in your VIP group. Of course, in your VIP group, you'd probably want to relate it to something more, into what they're there for, the jewelry, but even a post of what do you like better, dogs or cats, that's going to just blow up in any room.
Okay.
Cool deal. Thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You're welcome. I gotta get my kids to bed, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for
Thank
training.
you.
And thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll see you another time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Let's see, who haven't we got to? It's Kimberly. How are you? It's been a minute since you've been able to speak upon the mic.
Hello, I'm doing okay. Going crazy, but I'm good. How are
I
you
know.
guys?
You told me you've been running around like a chicken with your head cut off.
Oh yeah.
Not much different in the real world though, right?
No. Oh my goodness. I just got up from actually when I joined, it just came down from the basement from finishing up, so that was fun.
Right. Well, I wanted to ask you, how things are going for you right now as far as your team's going. You carry a pretty big team, so I was just curious how your guys' numbers are looking and how you're feeling right now.
I honestly haven't checked, but I do check in with them daily. They say they're doing good. Like they don't need anything, no questions, nothing I can help them with.
Right.
So
And
that's going good.
Do you know how you're doing as far as, are you a director or?
Trying to get director. I don't know what's going on with the third leg, but I'm gonna keep pushing to find another person to join, because I know the more the better anyway.
No, I know you've been kind of busy last few days. Are you watching the YouTube from the last couple of days as far as our networking marketing 101
I have
that we've been
not
doing?
watched them yet, but I do plan on it.
Okay, good deal. Well, we're gonna be today we're taking a little side note and just doing a little kind of just open discussion today. But we've been doing the network marketing 101.
Okay.
And we're on the second day of it as of yesterday. And then tomorrow we will probably I don't want to say what we're going to do tomorrow yet. But yeah, we're going to be picking up on that network marketing. And the goal is going to be to try to, like I said earlier, to like grow our teams and like get the biggest numbers we can this month. So we can all take record and note of what we have at the very end of the year and have that be our target goal for like maybe half of the year next year.
Okay.
So if we get to a point where we have like 4 people signed up underneath us and we're selling 5,200 in PV, then that's where we want to be in January.
That makes sense.
All right. And that just means that that'll give us a good ground to start pushing for some big numbers. So that's the goal here, is to try to get everybody to the best they can get before the end of the year.
We're reaching for silver still. We haven't quit.
There you go. I think you can do it.
We got this. We got this. We're too close.
Right. Boy, oh boy. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up to anything. I know we hadn't thoroughly talked to Liz or Michelle, but I know you guys, we've been talking quite a bit over the last couple of days. So I figured let's just open it up and just kill out a little time here. Anybody got anything that they're doing this weekend?
I'm working on a diamond painting.
A diamond painting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
It's like paint with diamonds, but with little.
Oh, is it the little glue and the?
I was gonna ask you earlier if you were doing a diamond painting. I do diamond painting.
I love diamond painting.
Ooh,
Oh,
you got
cool.
the butterfly.
Yeah.
I've done one in honor of my stepdad and honor of my mom. And I've done many other ones.
Well, this one actually came from a site my mom told me about, where I think it was like $5 or $6 a painting, and they're mystery paintings. So when they come to you, they got that little picture on the side. This is what my picture says.
Oh, you're in a Facebook group.
And this is what my picture ends up being. So, but I've got.
Well, when I get into my new house, I'll have to send you some of my pictures I've done.
I have one that I'm doing for my best friend that is huge. It's 80 by 80, I think it is. That I started. And that one is this big.
Oh my. Oh, that is cool.
Oh wait, it's upside down. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
That's cool.
So yeah, this one's gonna be a trip for me to get this one done. It's pretty big, but it's
always like I've always been kind of crafty.
It's relaxing. It gives me a chance to kind of sit and think about things, and helps with my anxiety a lot. Gives me a chance to just chill out.
See, no, that's the kind of stuff that I need to start doing again. Like I listen to a lot of the motivational videos and stuff like that, right? But one thing that I found is that I miss building my model cars. I love building plastic model cars, and I haven't done it in quite a while. But I think what I want to start doing is getting back into building those model cars And I'm in a couple model car groups. So I could even go live in front of some jewelry and start building my model cars. And be able to listen to the motivational speeches and stuff while I'm doing it, right? And just be able to, kind of expand myself that way. And it looks a lot like what that does for you, that would do for me.
I like it. And I like the sound because it clicks when you click the diamonds in. So it's kind of a soothing sound of click, click, click.
Right.
Have you attempted a square one?
Well, this is square drills right now. I have round drills and I have square drills. So I've done probably 20 different ones or so. I used to do them for my mom a lot, and then she would take them and sell them. So it just gives me, it's good until, you get a 3-year-old who runs into your diamonds and spills them all over the place. And then you go, calm down. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, being in the fifth wheel trailer, I haven't been able to work on any of my diamond paintings, so it's been rough.
I like my diamond paintings. And I do ones I like. Like I have one Harry Potter. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so I have a Harry Potter diamond painting that I've done that'll go in my Harry Potter room when I'm done with it. It depends on my mood, and like I said, I got